Growing up, I played video games almost on a daily basis, from when I was 6 years old all the way into my early 20s. They offered an escape from reality, a way to socialize with friends, and I was pretty decent at the games that I was playing, which made it so much more enjoyable. Welcome back to my channel, my name is Reese, and in today's video, I'm discussing the impact that video games had on me while I was growing up, and how I believe they enhanced specific skills that I learned and still use every single day in the real world. I grew up in the 1990s and early 2000s, which was prime time for new video games hitting the market. Between all of my consoles, like my Game Boy Color, my Xbox, my PlayStation, and my PC, I played a wide variety of games over the years, but I was very particular in the ones that I chose to sink thousands of hours into. Some games really hooked me in, which I believe is because of a few factors about my personality and character traits. The games that I spent the most time playing in particular, and the ones that I'm going to touch on today, include Age of Empires 2, which is a real-time strategy game, generally with the aim being to conquer your enemy by destroying their base and units after building your own army first. Diablo 2 and 3, which are massive multiplayer online role-playing games with the intention of grinding and farming experience to upgrade your gear to make your character as strong as it possibly can be. Pokemon, which is a role-playing game which generally is open world with a set of storyline involved to get you familiar with the map, and once finished you can pretty much do what you please. And League of Legends, which is a multiplayer online battle arena game with the intention of playing with teammates to destroy the enemy base, but you are only playing as one individual character, so teamwork plays a large role in the outcome of the game. Now, the fact that you clicked on this video would have me believe that you 100% would have heard of at least one of these games before. I just wanted to provide an overview for anyone who hadn't. I have left down in the description below an explainer for what each of these genres are in case you weren't familiar and wanted to read up and get a better understanding. An example would be MMORPG, massive multiplayer online. If you wanted to understand a bit more, go have a read down in the description below. I've also left a list of games that I grew up playing and would have sank hundreds, if not thousands of hours into over the years, but they didn't make this ultimate list. I'm not going to talk about them because I'm focusing more on the 4 that I've just mentioned. So check that out as well. It might bring back some nostalgia. And while you're down there, hit that like and subscribe button. It definitely helps the channel grow, and I really do appreciate the support. Anyway, these games in particular are the ones that took me from being your average Joe player who played when I had some downtime, who might clock a few hours all the way up to 100 hours depending on the game, to the person who sank thousands of hours playing these video games. I would have easily clocked at least 20,000 hours across these games combined since my early childhood. Now, I want to be very clear because I don't want to send the wrong message in what I'm about to discuss. I do not believe the reason I have turned out the way I have is a direct resultant from sitting in front of a screen for thousands of hours smashing video games. There were absolutely days and weeks that went by where I absolutely abused the time I was sitting in front of that screen. I recall playing through Ratchet and Clank 3 multiple times within a single sitting. This was me when I was pretty young. This was in 2004, so I would have been about 10 years old. And I reckon across a 3-day period, every day across that period, I clocked 16 hours a day of gameplay. Fast forward 10 years, and I remember sitting at my computer, drifting off to sleep with my hand on my mouse playing Diablo 3 because I was that exhausted from the session that I was in. And I reckon this was like a 48-hour session. Like, I wanted to see how long I could go playing this game, and I was just that exhausted that my body was shutting down as I was playing this game. And the reason why I'm using these as examples is because in these instances, this was definitely not good for my mental or physical health. Now, with that aside, I do believe some of the skills I learned as a child were definitely enhanced by the technical requirements involved with getting better and improving at these games. I first learned these important and valuable skills from different influences in my life, like my parents, school, books, social sport, casual jobs, and recreational hobbies. And these skills included things like problem solving, critical thinking, leadership, time management, organization, persistence, communication, decision making, adaptability, reaction time, visual navigation, and attention to detail, which are so critical to a young child's development. And all of the aforementioned skills were things you needed to succeed in these games. And the fact that I was able to take advantage of those skills in those games is what drew me back to keep playing them and why they never got boring. Fun fact, to date, I still play Diablo 2 and Age of Empires 2 on a weekly basis. I really wanted to make this video for myself today. It started off with the idea that it was these video games that taught me these valuable skills that I've just mentioned. Although I stand by what I've said, that these video games definitely helped enhance these skills, they themselves were not the thing that taught me these valuable skills. I was actually attracted to the video games because I was able to utilize these skills to win and succeed at whatever I was playing. Playing video games in moderation is how I found a balance which allowed me to enjoy my downtime, but it also allowed me to focus on the important aspects of life. Be sure to check out the list I've left down in the description below of all of the games I absolutely loved playing as a kid growing up, and drop a comment on any that you think I missed out on that I definitely should give a go. And with that being said, I hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope that it brought back some good memories about games you might have absolutely played into oblivion back when you were younger. And if you are a young person watching this video, some of them are still pretty good games. They're available to play, and I highly recommend giving them a go in moderation. With that being said, I hope you have a good day. Don't forget to turn on bell notifications down below so you don't miss out on any of the videos I'm bringing out, and I'll leave you there. Have a good day, have a good week, and I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.